Yo, what's really going on? Vulture Valley here. Yes. One Piece. Yes. So, I decided to drop this chapter review, or this Riverside review, because I officially got my first subscriber, and it's a big deal for any YouTuber, especially when you do a terrible job at marketing and don't really put your stuff up on other platforms. So the fact that someone just straight out just watched the video and was like, you know, I'm down. That's dope as fuck. So shout out to my one subscriber. This video is for you and only you. And yeah, man, you can feel proud about that, whoever you are. If it was a mistake, don't tell anybody, because that would be really lame. So we're gonna get into this One Piece review. I'm gonna be honest, I recorded this before and I was really hurt that it got corrupted or some shit, but it's all good. Talking through everything again, I guess it's gonna help me condense this video into the length I need instead of the giant extravaganza of a review I had. So we're gonna try to get through this 10 to 15 minutes. So, fuck the cover page. Page 1 and Sanji fighting. That is the focal point people want to point to, because no one wants to talk about the end of the chapter. I would say it's divided, but I feel like a lot of people just hate what happened at the end of the chapter. Like, there's no real diversity among that. There's probably like one or two people that's like, oh, it's not that bad. And everyone else is freaking out about how bad that Big Mom reveal was. But we're going to get to that later. So Sanji going up against Page 1 is some next level stuff as far as the like how we've been going about things now, because it's like when you got a whole bunch of story being told and not a lot of action, or not a lot of continuous action, Sanji, you know, is definitely going to get some feats and a bump up in the New World as Zoro continues to not do anything for the first and almost the second half of the New World, and it's kind of weird. So either Zoro is going to, his character is going to change from just being a guy that beats up everybody to, you know, a guy integral to the story part. It's almost like Robin. Like Robin, coincidentally, in this chapter is getting a lot more to do than Zoro. Like, she has an actual job and she's doing something. And for the most part, Robin has been kind of the plot character on the crew for a long time, to whereas the plot, like the reason she gets a action in the first place is because what happened to her in the past, and it's more of a story plot type thing. It's not solving internal or external conflicts through fighting. It's, you know, information dumps and possibilities and shit with Robin. So now it looks like that's kind of being put on Zoro for a little bit. I don't know if Oda's trying to hold back Zoro because he wants to make it, you know, he wants to give Luffy every feat he can and then propel Zoro just out of the stratosphere. Like, that low-key in the back of my mind has been like an option. Like, Zoro just becomes that dude. Like, he was always stronger than Luffy throughout all his transformations, and then Zoro, like, that may cause problems within the crew. Like, the fact that Zoro is now like that dude on the crew instead of Luffy, that may mess with Luffy. That may mess with Luffy mentally. There's a whole bunch of things that could, you know, come from that. But I'm talking about 931, so I won't try to go off on a rant because we're supposed to be keeping this video short. So the question of why Sanji's suit would fit him after not being in contact with the German for years have definitely been answered with this giant Play-Doh Sailor Moon transformation his suit got going on, and I like it. It definitely helps explain stuff. The little Germa note was a nice touch to it, which is pretty dope. I'm glad they didn't try to humiliate Sanji and give him like a dress or an apron or something stupid. In fact, he has the coolest suit out of all the Germa anyway. And now Usopp, Chopper, Frankie, and Luffy got something to gush over whenever they like reunite. And it's strangely enough, not Zoro, Law knows a lot about this suit, and from what he says is all from his knowledge of the comic book about German that came out a while ago. I don't think Judge wrote the book. I think it was just some author did it. So it's not like I don't think they had anything to do with it. But it's interesting that they have a suit for Sanji and that it's well known because as we all know, Sanji was never a part of the German when he would be old enough to wear this suit. You know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, there's a couple things going on. We don't know if Sanji's DNA is coded to this suit. That's why it fits him perfectly. It could be, and they could have made a clone, like a Sanji clone, and just gave him the suit and told him to just do Germa shit and never have your face revealed because you got the glasses, the hair, and this thing they may have drawn an eyebrow on him. It's just like, or it could be like the Germa just didn't give a fuck about the fact that all the daughters and all the sons and daughters had like numbers to them, like 1, 2, 3, 4, but three's missing. And then the author was like the person who wrote the comic book was like, I don't know what happened to the third dude, but let's just put him, let's do this. Let's give him the power of invisibility, which is why we haven't seen him before, and a whole bunch of other stuff comic writers came up with. So that also could be a thing. So it's just like kind of interesting to see how the timeline would match up with it and like the reasoning as to how this guy exists and Law knows about him. I like the fact that he has like I said, like a Sailor Moon transformation going on, where he has to get completely naked and then just like it's comedy. One Piece has a lot of hit and miss comedy. A lot of it's missed for me, but sometimes I be dying laughing at One Piece, and that's something I can say Oda does really well. Just put in jokes that you didn't think was gonna be funny, and it catches you off guard. So Sanji got his ridiculous, name that on a live stream when I was reacting to this, I couldn't come up with a name on the spot either because it looked like he didn't think about it like that. But, now he has a name. But this is definitely one of the best things to come out of One Piece in a minute, right? Sanji's fade suit and, Page. Okay, so at first I thought that Page 1 got hit and was knocked into the roof. But Page 1 took a bite out of the roof trying to get Sanji. So Page 1's pretty fast himself, but Sanji seems to be a little faster because he avoided it and he didn't even see him, and he followed him as he dodged his thing. He tried to bite, he dodged, and now he don't know where the fuck he is, and he's freaking right under him, just ending shit. This fight with Sanji is going to be, I think it's going to go kind of the formulaic route of One Piece battles. He's going to fight Page 1. He's obviously in his regular dinosaur form. He's going to go to his hybrid form. It was going to be a power up, and then ultimate attacks are going to be collided, and Sanji's going to come out on top. And I don't have a problem with that. I really don't see any big anyone popping out of nowhere to help him. I really thought X-Drake was going to be here by now because he called for X-Drake a while ago, but he's still not here, which is weird. So that may be, another boost to Sanji. They ran away, so now Sanji doesn't have backup. He semi-wipes the floor. Page 1, I think, is going to get some hits in, maybe even scratch the armor, maybe across the chest or something, or take off a piece of it, and then he's going to be handicapped or just a little injured going against X-Drake. Page 1 he deals with, and then X-Drake he has a all-out battle with. That would be dope as fuck. Sanji taking out a supernova, maybe someone gets a hold of like Blackbeard gets a hold of information, and maybe he does something with it, and then somehow or another Sanji becomes a supernova. Sanji Supernova 2019. Uh, Sanji's suit is perfect for him because it's not an in-story suit. It's not a suit that you would expect at the end of the series based on its powers. Now that we know what it is and what it can do so far, unless it has more stuff, this really isn't much of a boost. It's a defensive boost, which when it comes to powering up, a lot of times you don't think of defense. You think of speed, evasiveness, and overall attack power. But a good defense boost is just under radar enough for it to be, you know, to be justified because it's like we're not adding anything to Sanji's ability to kick or attack someone. For making it easier for him to do it by making him faster as one thing, but like attack power would definitely be an obvious boost, and people would not have liked it. And I think it's the perfect way to doing it. You know what I'm saying? You solve the problem of Sanji not getting injured before the battle. You solve his mass shit, and this is a good time to train with it because if you truly want to help Luffy out and do everything you can't just pull out the raid suit when it's the final battle time. You gotta, train with it. And that's what he's doing now. So Sanji's whole arc and development as a character in this is just phenomenal. It definitely saved this chapter because the latter half of the chapter is filled with a lot of bullshit. Because Big Mom basically gets all my children, and she wakes up with amnesia, and that's if you've been following the One Piece community for a while and kind of in the trenches trying to figure stuff out, it's a popular theory made really popular by Joy Boy, one of the the great YouTube Yonkos, that Big Mom was going to join the crew, and this is definitely a giant drawbridge to that conclusion because Big Mom not having a memory, Chopper's probably going to get his whole doctor thing going on where he can't not help a person in need. In true need. Big Mom, she's there because, her own devices. So Chopper had no problems killing her because, like, if she wakes up, she's going to kill us. But if she wakes up and she's not going to harm a fly, I don't think Chopper would be able to go through with it. He wouldn't be able to do it anyway unless her being unconscious took away her invulnerability. And even then, Chopper with a sword that he doesn't even know how to really use is not going to, destroy Big Mom forever. So that was interesting. I don't hate it as much as other people because I feel like this is the arc for subverting expectations. And those expectations, like subverting expectations from both outside and within the arc. Because a lot of stuff going on, I think Zoro's gonna fight Queen and Sanji's gonna fight King, all based on the fact that Oda's trying to just switch everything up. And then another thing is Sanji might not even fight this dude. Like we keep putting Sanji and Zoro up against the commanders. They may be going somewhere else. Like Sanji may have to fight X Drake, and Zoro might have to fight Orochi. Like Sanji, X Drake, Zoro, Orochi, Kid, Queen, or Kid King, Luffy, Kaido, and Law Queen, or some kind of combination of that. Like that's most likely to happen because of Oda's really trying to think outside the box and not let his readers get bored with the same old shit. No one saw amnesia coming, so that's a way to do it. So what you do is you introduce a stupid trope, you subvert it in a very One Piece way, and you push your story forward. So you get to see how all your haters are because you need an arc in writing. This is what I've seen. You need that arc or that panel where everyone is probably gonna doubt you for it, and then you just flip it at the end, and you'll be like, "Oh damn!" And then you're gonna get those YouTubers like, "See, everyone was tripping. I called it the whole time." You get those people to feel good because they called it. So it's like it's a bunch of stuff that goes into writing and making something like entertaining to watch. But this is definitely a writing trick. I have watched a lot of live streams and reactions to this, and it's basically just a giant witch hunt because Oda did the one thing that, was kind of phased out in the 70s, which is amnesia. But this chapter overall, I'll give it an 8. Big Mom kind of took it down 2 points. I was going to give it a 10 because of Sanji, but Big Mom, big good mama.